the Truth of Life watchers. Hello again, welcome to the show. Got some more breaking news for you. Trump again is for the secondary time is slapped on 100% tariff with Russia. We'll just get straight into this news piece. This is with Al Jazeera. Trump threatens Russia with severe tariffs, announces Ukraine arms deal in dramatic U-turn. US President boosts arms for Ukraine, threatens tariffs on Russia. Yeah, so he's already slapped on the 500% tariffs with all the other nations that trade with Russia or have any dealings with in any way with Russia. So it all accumulates to 500%, all these other countries that are going to deal with Russia. But now this is the secondary one now, which is another 100%. So what I'll do, get straight into this news then. United States President Donald Trump has announced a deal to supply more weapons to Ukraine and has threatened to impose steep tariffs on Russia unless a peace deal is reached within 50 days. Yeah, so he's basically given an ultimatum on it. He's given 50 days to to do this peace deal like he did with Iran. He gave them so many days, and then look what happened. His word. They might have thought he was bluffing, and now he's doing it now again with Russia now. So the announcements on Monday marked a dramatic U-turn for US policy, as it comes weeks after the Pentagon announced it would be pausing weapons shipments in Ukraine. But Trump has become increasingly frustrated with Russian President Vladimir Putin hopes the weapons will help bring a swift end to Russia's more than 3-year invasion of Ukraine. Sitting with NATO, Secretary General Mark Rutte at the Oval Office, Trump told reporters he was disappointed in Putin and that billions of dollars of US weapons would go to Ukraine. We're going to make top-of-the-line weapons and they'll be sent to NATO, Trump said, adding that Washington's NATO allies would pay for them. The weapons would include Patriot air defences missiles Ukraine has urgently sought, he said. It's a full complement with the batteries, Trump said. We're going to have some come very soon, within days. We have one country that has 17 Patriots getting ready to be shipped. We're going to work a deal where the 17 will go, or a big portion of the 17 will go to the war site. Severe tariffs, he added that if Putin failed to sign a peace deal with Ukraine, he would impose very severe tariffs in 50 days, including secondary tariffs of 100%. We're going to be doing secondary tariffs, Trump said, if we don't have a deal in 50 days. It's very simple, and they'll be at 100%. So he means business, doesn't he, Trump? The threat to impose so-called secondary sanctions on Russia, if carried out, would be a major shift in Western sanctions policy. Throughout the war, Western countries have cut most of their own financial ties to Moscow, but have held back from taking steps that would restrict Russia from selling its oil elsewhere. That has allowed Moscow to continue earning hundreds of billions of dollars from shipping oil to buyers such as China and India. A White House official told Reuters news agency that Trump was referring to 100% tariffs on Russian goods as well as secondary sanctions on other countries that buy its exports. Lawmakers from both US political parties are pushing for a bill that would authorise such measures targeting other countries that buy Russian oil. The bill would give Trump the authority to impose 500% tariffs on any country that helps Russian, but the Chamber's Republican leaders have been waiting for Trump to give them the go-ahead for a vote. So they're on about the 500% tariffs there. And there's on about there's sources coming out now that they're on about doing an oil embargo in the Baltic Seas, where the oil that comes in, the oil that's coming into Russia, or going out of Russia, the cargo ships are going to stop them. So again, they're putting sanctions on that as well. That's what's coming out from sources. Ukrainian President Zelensky said on Telegram that he had spoken to Trump and thanked him for his readiness to support Ukraine and to continue working together to stop the killings establish a lasting just peace. Yeah, over 1 million people dead in Ukraine. That's been on the front line. Over 1 million people, more than World War II. Zelensky said also had a productive conversation with Trump's envoy Keith Kellogg in Kyiv on Monday about strengthening Ukrainian air defences, joint arms production, purchasing US weapons in conjunction with European countries. We hope for the leadership of the United States because it is clear that Moscow will not stop unless its ambitions are stopped by force, Zelensky said on Telegram. Speed is of the essence. Trump took office with promise to end Russia's war in Ukraine within 24 hours, sought to reapproach with Moscow, speaking several times with Putin. His administration has pulled back from pro-Ukrainian policies such as backing Kyiv's membership in NATO, demanding Russian withdrawal from all Ukrainian territory. Trump has also accused Zelensky of prolonging the war, called him a dictator without elections. But Putin has yet to accept a proposal from Trump for an unconditional ceasefire, which was quickly endorsed by Kyiv. And in recent days, Russia has launched hundreds of drones to attack Ukrainian cities, angering the US President Trump, who accused Putin last week of throwing a lot of, it's a swear word, that's what I can't say that, at the US, said on Monday that this shift was motivated by frustration with the Russian president. My conversations with him are always very pleasant. I go home, tell the First Lady I spoke to Vladimir today. We have a wonderful conversation. She said, oh really, another city was just hit. The US leader said he thought that we actually had probably 4 times the deal, but then it wouldn't happen because bombs would be thrown out that night. Trump said that unlike his predecessors, he was not filled by Putin, and that's ultimately talk doesn't talk, it goes to be action. He knows the deal, he knows what a fair deal is. See, the relationships with Putin and Trump, they've already broken down. They don't speak on the phone now. So it's, the relationships is broken down now. So it's just this war now is just, it's game on now. It's game on. Trump now is pushing weapons now into all these EU countries now, like Denmark, Norway, probably Poland, Germany, France. And he's going to sell US hardware, weaponry to these countries now. So he's saying he's not part of the war, but yet he is, because you're supplying American weaponry to all these countries now. So it doesn't matter which way you look at it, America's involved, they're involved in it, and there's not going to be any good outcome with it, because the way I see it, he's a bear. And you keep prodding, you keep poking him, you're getting him in a corner, Putin. You keep prodding him and poking a bear, what's he going to do? He's going to end up biting back. And these weapons that Trump is selling to these EU countries, that's not going to help. That's not going to bring peace, that. These missiles can destroy Moscow city. So Putin, he's not going to be an happy man. Medvedev, his right-hand man, he's not going to be an happy man. The Kremlin's not going to be happy with it. It's like when Germany just sent in them tourist missiles and he warned Berlin. He said, don't go there unless you want Berlin on fire. Because these tourist missiles can reach Moscow, and also Britain. They've took in Storm Shadow missiles from Britain into Ukraine, like Berlin. And Putin's warned Britain as well. He's warned all of them. He's warned all of us. And it's the same thing with this now. US are selling their weapons now, and they can reach Moscow. So there won't be any good outcomes with it. But just go back to this now. Wrote the NATO Secretary General commanded Trump's announcement, saying it will mean that Ukraine can get its hands on really massive numbers of military equipment, both for air defence, but also missiles, ammunition, etc. If I was Vladimir Putin today and hear you speaking about what you were planning to do in 50 days and this announcement, I would reconsider whether I should not take negotiations about Ukraine more seriously than I was doing at the moment. He said that Germany, Finland, Denmark, Sweden, Norway, the United Kingdom, the Netherlands and Canada all wanted to be part of rearming Ukraine. Yeah, and that was another one, Canada. getting weapons off US as well. It's not good. Definitely not good. Rudd added that the speed is of essence and suggested that some weapons would be rushed to Ukraine and later replaced with purchases from the US. If you can remember a bit back, what was it now? What started this war off? The main reason for this, I think it was since the 70s, they had a deal between each other, US and Russia, that you don't make Ukraine, because all the EU countries are all NATO countries, and the deal was that you never make Ukraine a NATO country, and that's what it was about. They're trying to make Ukraine a NATO country, and if you're a leader of a country, especially Russia, and they're trying to make Ukraine a NATO country, what does it mean? It means that NATO then are able to put their nuke missiles into Ukraine, and where they're going to be pointing at? They're going to be on the border of Ukraine, pointing into Russia, which is next door, their neighbouring country. So do you think a leader of Russia, especially Putin, do you think he's going to put up with that? Do you think he's going to have missiles pointing at him? No. And that's what all this war was about. And then you had all the oil that got blew, the oil pipelines or the gas pipelines that got blew up in the sea, which was to do with Russia. So they blew them up because they wanted to cut the oil and the gas supply off to Europe, so they couldn't sell the oil or gas to Europe. Hence why Saudi Arabia wants to bring in this new pipeline in from Saudi Arabia through into. That's why they're trying to split this land up, this two-state solution in Israel, to bring it through into there, and then they can supply their oil, gas into Europe and cut Russia off. And do you think Putin's going to stand for that? And that's what all this is about. It's an economic war. It's just crazy what's coming. It says Germany to play a decisive role, and Kyiv Ukrainians are cautiously viewing the announcement as a strong message of support despite the many unknown details, according to Al Jazeera's Rory Chandlins. If Patriot batteries really do make their way to Ukraine, then it's going to go a long way to protecting the skies over this country as it tries to endure almost nightly massive barrages of ballistic missiles, cruise missiles and drones, he said, from the Ukrainian capital. There was no immediate response from Moscow. But within Russian society, the US NATO announcement was greeted with disappointment, said Al Jazeera's Yuli Shabalov. I can't pronounce his name. So the missiles that are going to be sold to these EU countries, the Tomahawk missiles, so they can reach Moscow. It's dangerous. They're on dangerous ground here. You see, we've not heard of Russia yet. They've not really done much, but it's coming. That's the judgment that's going to come to. They're going to be caught off guard, and that's what's going to poke the bear. And Putin it's going to come from Russia. It's inevitable. It's although Trump might be trying to do good, but all he's doing is setting the fireworks off. All he's doing is just going to make Putin to do the wrong thing. Because when you're in a position like that, people do funny things, and Putin's in a position where he can do it, and that's where I think America gets struck. It will get hit. That's what's going to happen. And you got China backing Russia, along with Iran and North Korea, the BRICS nations. It's not good. It's not good at all. I'll just finish off here. There were hopes when Donald Trump came into power that he could conflict with them, she said from Moscow. People saw that Trump had some steps to bring peace to Ukraine to help finish this conflict, but now he's kind of lost his patience, pro-war sources say. You see, we told you that Russia didn't have to trust Donald Trump because he was not Russia's friend. Germany, meanwhile, welcomed the new weapons deal. German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, in a statement on Monday, said that Trump has taken an important step today and that he has assured the US leader that Germany will play a decisive role. We are doing this in our own interest, Merz said, adding that Germany was still working with its allies to clarify the details of the plan. The European Union's top diplomat also hailed Trump's announcement as a positive step. On the other hand, 50 days is a very long time. It takes up to September. If we see that they are killing innocent civilians every day, Kajar Kallis told reporters in Brussels, so it's clear that we all need to put more pressure on Russia to want peace, and it's good that the Americans are taking action. Yeah, that's it on that piece, but there is loads and loads of pieces on them, news articles everywhere. It's gone a bit viral, this. But what I'll do is go straight into my journal. Let's have a look. Yeah, so it's dire out there, dire. You've got the trade wars now. You've got the oil. The sources coming out now saying they're going to do an oil embargo on Russia. Well, that's not good, because that's what they did in World War II. They did exactly the same thing. That's what World War II did. All these tariffs. It's the same kind of thing what went down. It's just that obviously the media couldn't be spread out like it is now. We've got interaction. We've got YouTube. We've got TikTok. We've got Facebook. You've got all sorts of media outlets now where everyone now can communicate with each other. And that's why you probably didn't hear about it in World War II now, because technology's gone through the roof, hasn't it? But they're trying to do an oil embargo on the Baltic Sea, where the trade goes through. They're going to hit them that way. That's what the sources are saying. And the cargo ships, where they trade in oil, gas, whatever it is, what they're doing, goods, and that's not good. That. So you got Trump there. He's going to put an 100% tariff on Russia, along with obviously the 500% tariffs what he's put on other countries that deal with him, and these countries were happy, especially Brazil, and you got other countries as well, etc. He's given them 50 days to put a stop to the war, and I've seen another piece there from Medvedev. He's basically said that he sees what Trump's saying. It comes across as peaceful, but they're not. What they're saying is they're not going to bow down to US. They're not listening. They're not listening to them. They're not going to do what they say. And then you've got Trump is just going to sell US weaponry now, hardware to EU countries. Like I said before in the news piece there, he was mentioning Denmark, Norway, Germany, France. All the like Sweden, Poland, Ukraine, especially. And the thing is, the especially China and Russia now, they know that Trump, when he says something now, they know that he means business, because look what he did in Iran with that Fordo centrifuges, that nuclear site. They might have thought he weren't going to do it, but he did it. He bombed it. So they know that he's got it in him to give the word, give the word out, and that'll be it. It'll be done. So there've been all messing. So this is where it's in a dangerous. The world now is at a dangerous. It's at a critical point now. It's at a dangerous spot, because you're messing with another country now, especially Russia. These are a big player, especially along with China. And they don't take no messing as well, and it's not gonna gel well. They're definitely not gonna gel well. It's definitely not going to sit well with Putin there. Definitely not. And China have come out as well. They've come out in another statement saying that they support and they're on board with Russia all the way. So there you go. It's game on, isn't it? It's not good. Yeah, and I've got other news there now. We've got solar flares intensifying in America. We've got record floods. The floods are sparking up again. It's all this is all biblical, definitely biblical. It's we got record floods again in Texas. They're saying there's another wave coming. You've got snow in July in America. You've got hailstorms. You've got it in Brazil. You've got floods in Brazil. You've got massive floods in China. These are all the birth pains. You've got floods in India, and in Saudi Arabia we've got apparently it's been snowing there. It's got like hailstorms, like little softballs coming down. In July, it's never happened. These are the warning signs. Your time's short. Get saved. It's all happening. The birth pains now are increasing. They're increasing, and we see it. And even the experts now are saying that they've never seen anything like it. Some are saying, yeah, it'd be okay, like they did in Noah's day, mocking and scoffing and laughing. And what happened? The flood come. It happened and took them away. But you've got people that are in this field, these experts, and they're saying they're getting worried. They can't explain it, and they're saying some of it even said it's biblical. So it's there. You've got Russia. Russia now are telling their citizens to get ready for war. So that's another sign there that they're already telling them they're getting ready for because they're citizens. They've already got bunkers, haven't they? They've got the government made bunkers for their own people. So if it did go down, they'd be okay anyway, because they've all got bunkers. It's not just the government, but the citizens as well. So if it did happen, that they would be able to fight another day. So, but in America, they've got no bunkers. Only the elites have got bunkers, not their people, and that's what the American people forget. And in Britain, we've got no bunkers either, and especially Europe as well. So they're all getting ready, and you've got Ireland and Spain, another two countries there that have just joined the Abraham Accords. So that's building up now. It's all coming into sync there, all coming together. This Abraham Accords. So they've just signed up there. You've got Macron, which he's already done this before, but he was Macron from France. He's been putting pressure on Starmer, the UK, to join the Abraham Accords. I think they will do it. I think it will go there. It's definitely going to go there, that I think, because they were on board with the sanctioning along with Canada, France, Britain, Spain, Ireland. All these countries have all put sanctions on Israel. So it's there. Let's just look into my other news here. So you've got the 10 kings, which is the BRICS nations, which is in the Bible. It's a prophecy in the Bible. The 10 kings, which is the BRICS nations. It's this AI, this Stargate, which is in the UAE, which they put on. I think they switched it online. They actually switched it on. They've got the Stargate AI. That's all coming together, and that's what will be used in the end times. The tribulation, which is the Antichrist, will use that. He'll use that platform, which it's all coming together. The 10 kings, the BRICS nations, to me, will be used by the Antichrist. It'll be used. That'll be the AI, the beast system, the digital currency, and all that. And what will come out with that will be the collapse. Because all the people, this old system, because they want this reset. America can't pay that debt back. Britain can't pay the debt back. This is the old system. They've got to get rid of it. The world will come it for them. You'll own nothing, you'll be happy, but they'll own everything, and then they'll be happy. You know what I mean? So you'll wake up, the collapse will come, which will be the tribulation when the rapture's happened, and you'll wake up and your bank accounts will be zero. Everyone, especially the West, you'll wake up and you'll have no money in your bank, you'll have no savings, you'll have no money, you'll have no bonds, you'll have no pensions, it'll all be gone, ready for the beast. If you're not saved and you're not raptured out of here, you'll be in the tribulation, and your money will disappear, it'll be gone, because they're going to reset it all. And that's what the reset will be, the beast system, the AI coming in together, the BRICS nations, which is the New World Order. That's a new world of its own. And I believe the Antichrist, reading the prophecies in the Bible, the Antichrist will use this platform for that. It'll accommodate the whole world, and that's what that is, and that's what that reset will be. And this is what happens when you take God out your country, the church. You take it out. Because the way the world is now, it's a mess. It's dire. Because sin at the minute is normalised as good, and man is at a stage now where it can destroy the world now with all the nukes, all the tech that it's got. It's at that point now, and that's why God has got to step in. He's got to step in at this point. This is why the church has got to go, and that's why that restrainer's there. And when he sets that restraint away, that's when the Holy Spirit will shoot up. The church will go up, which is us, will go up, and then what will be left is the tribulation, World War III, beast system, Antichrist, all that, the AI, and you don't want to be here. You don't want to be here. And this is what Jesus has been talking about in the end times. Definitely been talking about it in the end times. All you've got to have is the faith of a mustard seed. That's all you've got to have, and you'll be saved. Get your house in order today, because we're not long to be here. Be on fire for God, because it's dire. Because the rapture now is round the corner now. The rapture's here. It's on the doorstep. They were in Noah's all this what I've just been talking about. It's here. These are all the signs, and that's what Jesus was talking about in Noah's day, when they're all mocking, laughing, belittling him, overlooking him, thinking he was a bit out there, and he was speaking in truth. He was speaking the word of God, and they never thought that flood was going to come, but it did come, didn't it? And they were mocking and laughing. And they did it for 120 years. They actually did it for 100. So they had 120 years to change the ways, because that's how long it took Noah to build that ark. So they had 120 years, which is a significant number. They had the chance to stop the sinning and change the ways, but it didn't, did it? They just carried on with the ways, and this is what's happening now. We're in Noah's time again now. This is Noah's time again, and it's happening around us. The signs are there. Because like I've just said there, you had Noah there. He had 120 years, which is a significant number. He built the ark. They were laughing, scoffing, doing what they were doing. The flood come, took them out. And then you had Moses. Moses was 120 years of age, Moses, when he took the Israelites out of Egypt across the Red Sea and got them out. So that's another significant number there, 120 years. And now, this year, we're in the last Jubilee. Since Genesis, when God created man, Adam and Eve, till now, which is 6,000 years, this year is the last Jubilee, which is 120 years. We're on the last Jubilee. So that's another significant number. And also this year, it's Israel's 77th... since Israel was made a nation in 1948 till now, it's been 77 years, which is... number 7 is God's number, 77. So it's all coming together. And then you've got Jesus, when he was walking in the wilderness... the valley shadow of death, when he was walking in the wilderness fasting, he was fasting for 40 days and 40 nights, and when he was doing that for 40 days and 40 nights, that's another significant number, because 2,000 years ago, when Jesus did that, before he went on the cross, them 40 days and 40 nights, since he did that 2,000 years ago till now, that's 40 jubilees. That's 40 jubilees from 2,000 years ago till now is 40 jubilees. And what happened in 40 years? Well, when Moses took the Israelites over from out of Egypt across the Red Sea, they were walking around in the wilderness for 40 years because they were lost. And then then because they were still sinning, they went back sinning. Even though Moses brought them out of slavery and out of Egypt, they were moaning about it, because they thought, well, we were better off there, because we had a house, we were working, but they were slaves. But Moses told them, obviously, to stop sinning, start reading your 10 Commandments, but that some of them started swaying away and started sinning. So that's why they were walking around for 40 years until one day someone must have said, let's try it the other way, let's do what God said. And when they did, after the 40 years was up, they come out and then they found the promised land. And that's what I'm saying. So that's another significant number. Jesus, so from the cross till now, it's been 40 Jubilees, and that's what I'm saying. So the Israelites did the same thing, and now this year is the 120-year Jubilee, and we're on the last year. So to me, the rapture, the sudden destruction, it's on the doorstep, it's here somewhere. Because at the minute, the signs, we've got snow in July, you're getting weird weather everywhere, and people are making excuses up for it, and it's not climate change, it's not excuses. It's God. The birth pains are the groaning and the crying out loud. Get saved, because your time's short. It's getting close. We're here. It's here. I didn't think it'd be this fast, but it's come fast. It has. It's come fast. We're here. It's bad news if you stay in the tribulation, but if you're saved, get saved. Get on your hands and knees today and get saved. That's what I do. I do the right thing, get saved, get to know Jesus, get saved, start reading your Bible and do the right thing, because at the minute, this world's on a course for destruction. It's on the course for destruction, and it's not good what's coming. So get saved, and although it's bad news, it's good news. And I don't want anyone, I won't wish my worst enemy, I won't wish it on anyone to go through what they've got to go through if you're not saved. It's not gonna go down well for you. If you think to yourself, I've got it all together, I know it all, I'm arrogant, think outside the box, start thinking. Don't think you're always right. Read the Bible. It's the Word of God. It's the truth. It'll set you free. It's the truth. And what's coming for us, it's not good. For the people that are going to be left behind, and people out there will probably laugh and think, oh, it never happened. It's just myths. It's stories. It's not. I'm telling you now, it's not. It's the truth. The Bible is the truth. Get yourself a King James 16:11. You can't go wrong, and it'll set you up. It'll set you up good. So on that note, I think I'll wrap this video up, because I can't believe all the prophecies, they're all coming together. They definitely come together. So what I'll do, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you get something from it. I hope you resonate with it, and it's the times we're living in now, they're dire. They're definitely dire. It is. And if anyone can turn around and say it's gonna get better, you're fooling yourself. You're fooling yourself. Just look at the world. Wake up. That's all it is. You just need to wake up to what's around you. And people are too busy going on vacations, in their entertainment, listen to Taylor Swift, whatever is what you're doing, and that's what the devil wants. The Satan wants you to do that. It's deception. He wants you looking the other way. Why all this is creeping in. He doesn't want you to find out about the rapture. He doesn't want you knowing that. So get saved, do the right thing. So be covered in the blood. He'll wipe all your sins away whiter than snow. Believe on him, seek him with all your heart, because he can see your heart. Get to know him. He wants to know you. Ask for repentance, ask for forgiveness. Believe on him. Believe he rose on the third day. He defeated death, he killed death, he crushed death. Sinless God, glorified body, shot up. Free gift. He didn't have to do it, but he did it. He did it for us because he knew 2,000 years ago that we couldn't do it on our own. And that's why he had to go on that cross. Because if he didn't do that, if he wouldn't have gone on the cross, we would all be going to hell. Everyone would be going to hell. And if anyone says out there, oh, I don't sin, I've never sinned, you're lying. Everyone sins. Everyone sins. You're not perfect. We as people, we are not perfect people. Jesus Christ is perfect in all his ways because he's a sinless God. And that's why he come back, because he is a God. And he wrapped his body in flesh to come here. And that's why he come here, because he's a sinless God, because he knew he couldn't do it. And that's what I'm saying. The sin at the minute is gone through the roof. It's intensifying, and it can't be stopped. Well, it can be stopped by the person. You can stop it, but it's not getting better. It's going worse. This world is doomed. It's doomed. It's on the course for destruction, and that's why Jesus could see. He could see into the future. He could see that we're not going to be able to do it, and that's why he come back. Because if he wouldn't have come back for us, we'd all go to hell. We'd all go to hell. And God created us, the Father, the Most High, Elohim, and then you've got Jesus, Yeshua. He knew that we couldn't do it, so that's why he come back to save us. And he is our blessed hope. He's our blessed hope. So look to Jesus. And again, have no fear, Jesus is near. So I hope you've had a good day today, and I hope it's been raining again today. I said it too soon, yeah, on the last video. Yeah, it's raining again now. The weather at the minute is up and down everywhere. If you look around the world now, it's a mess. It is. But let's just hope we can get a bit of sun back and wait for our blessed hope. And because he's on his way, and he's going to rule with an iron fist. And he's not coming back as a sheep, he's coming back as a lion. And this time, it is business. Ready for the millennium reign, which is 1,000 years, and that's what we're after, aren't we? So, do it today, get saved. So, on that note, I'll say, bye, see ya, and as usual, shalom. Yeah, so this news piece here, Trump threatens Russia with severe tariffs, announces Ukraine arms deal. Yeah, so what I'll do, I'll leave the link for that in the description below, so it'll be in the description box, so have a good read on it.